In this video, I'm going to talk about how to solve a quadratic equation using factorization methods. So to solve a quadratic equation using factorization method, first thing is to write the quadratic equation in general form, which means that you have to write the quadratic equation in this form: ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. Make sure this side is equal to 0. Okay, let's look at part A. X squared minus, not minus, sorry. X squared is equal to negative 5x. Some students might solve it this way, but this is actually not the correct way. So they will divide both sides by x. So x squared divided by x, negative 5x divided by x. So here, x squared divided by x, you will get x. And this one, you simplify it, you get negative 5. This is not the what I mean is this is not the only answers for this quadratic equations. Actually, this quadratic equation has another answer. So this is not a correct way to solve this quadratic equation. So what should we do is actually very easy. We write this quadratic equation in general form first. We move the negative 5x over here. X squared plus 5x is equal to 0. Next thing, we factorize it. You actually learn about the factorizations in Form 2. I hope that you still remember that. Okay, so how do we factorize this one? Bring the x go out. So you have x plus 5 inside the parentheses. Okay, why x plus 5? Try to think. X times x is equal to x squared, correct? Okay, x times positive 5, you get positive 5x, correct? Okay, so the next thing is, okay, try to think this way. If you have two numbers, a times b is equal to 0, right? We know that one of them must be equal to 0, or both of them equal to 0. A is equal to 0, or b is equal to 0. So here we actually do the same thing. X is equal to 0. This is the answer. And or x plus 5 is equal to 0. X is equal to negative 5. So if we did it this way, if we do it this way, we will only get one answer, which is negative 5. We cannot get the 0. 0 and negative 5 are actually the roots of this quadratic equation. Okay, let's proceed to the part B. X squared is equal to 9. So the easiest way to solve it is you just square root both sides, right? X is equal to square root 9, but don't forget you have to put plus and minus because this is even power here. So x is equal to plus and minus 3. So which means the x can be 3 or can be negative 3. So another way to solve this quadratic equation is using factorization method. X squared is equal to 9. I write this quadratic equation in general form. X squared minus 9 is equal to 0. Okay, now I want to factorize it. I hope that you still remember this formula. A squared minus b squared is actually equal to a plus b, this whole thing, multiplied by a minus b. Still remember? We learned this one in Form 2. Okay, but this is 9. We don't have a square here. It's okay. We can change the 9 become 3 squared. Remember, you can change the way of writing the 9, but you cannot change the value. 3 to the power of 2 is actually 9, right? Equal. I just change the way of writing it. Now I have a squared minus b squared, so I can apply this formula to help us to factorize it. Okay, so this is x plus 3, this is x minus 3. Okay, this multiplied by this, you get 0. One of them must be equal to 0, right? X plus 3 is equal to 0, or x minus 3 is equal to 0. X is equal to 3, x is equal to negative 3. These two are the roots of this quadratic equation. You see, we get the same answer. Let's see. Let's go to part C. It's x square is equal to 18. How to solve the quadratic equations? Just write this quadratic equation in general form first. 0. Okay, so the next thing we will notice that we can actually make the number become smaller. We can divide this whole equation by 2. So you have 4x squared minus 9 is equal to 0. Okay, you might see this thing. Maybe you already see this and you know how to continue it, right? Change this one, become 3 squared equal to 0. Then we can apply this formula. But you have to be careful. Some students might make this mistake. 4x squared minus 9 equals 0, right? Okay, so they do it this way. 3 square. Now we're happy. We see a square minus b square. So when we use this formula, 4x plus 3, 4x minus 3 equals 0. But this is actually not correct. Why? The square here is only for x, not for 4. So what we should do is, we have to change the 4 become 2x. This whole thing become 2x squared. Remember, we cannot change the value. The 2x, you put a parenthesis square, is actually equal to 4x squared. Same thing. So now only we can factorize it. This is 2x plus 3, and this is 2x minus 3. Okay, so the next step is the same like what we did just now. 2x plus 3 is equal to 0, or 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. Okay, so 2x is equal to 3, x is equal to 3 over 2. Okay, we do the same thing for this part. 2x is equal to negative 3, so x is equal to negative 3 over 2. Okay, so these are the roots of these are the answers for these quadratic equations. So actually you can also use your calculator to help you. So just take out your calculator. Okay, let me clear this one first. Okay, so first you press the mode 1 times. Okay, for this type of model, maybe different models you have to do it different way, but it's actually almost the same thing. Now you will see equation. This is quadratic equation, right? Okay, you press 5. Equation is number 5. Press 5. Then ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. This, the third one, is one that we want. Press 3. And you will get a, b, and c here. A is the coefficient of x squared. B is the coefficient for x. And c is a constant. So here you can type in this one or this one. Both will give you the same answers. Okay, I just use this one. A is equal to 8 plus 8 equal. Then b, we don't have b here. We just press 0 equal. C is equal to negative 18. Negative 18. Press equal. And equal again. You get the answers. X1 is equal to 3 over 2. X2 is equal to negative 3 over 2. Okay, let me write down the answer first. X1 is equal to 3 over 2. X2 is equal to negative 3 over 2. Okay, how do we use this answer to help us to write this step? First you put 2 brackets, then you write x followed by the questions. If the questions is using y, you just write y. If the questions is using other variable, for example p, you just write p. So the next thing, if you see positive here, you write negative. You only write 3. Where does this 2 go? 2 go over here. Same thing for this one. If you see negative, you write positive. You write 3. The 2 you write over here. Okay, so you see the same thing. 2x plus 3, 2x plus 3, 2x minus 3, 2x minus 3. Okay, so let me give you another example. If the calculator gives you this answer, for example, x1 equal to 1 and 1 over 2. Okay, x2 is, let's say, 3 over 4. So every time if you see a mixed number with a 1, change it become improper fractions. So we know this is actually equal to 3 over 2, right? Okay, so write 2 bracket, write the x, write the x. Okay, I think I change this one become negative. You see positive here, you write negative. You only write 3. 2 is over here. For this one negative, you write positive. You only write 3. And 4 is over here. Okay, so I hope that you already understand how to use this quadratic equation to help you. How to use this calculator to help you to solve the quadratic equation. Let's go to part D. X squared plus 6 is equal to 6x plus 18. Okay, so remember what I told you the first just now, the first step, write this quadratic equation in general form. X squared, I just copy this whole thing first, plus 6. Positive being over here become negative. Positive become negative. Make sure it's 0. Okay, so next I try to arrange the terms nicely so easier for me to simplify it. X squared minus 6x and positive 6 negative 18 is equal to 0. Okay, so now this one, these two we cannot do anything, we just copy because they are not the like terms, we cannot plus or minus. Plus 6 minus 18, you will get negative 12. Okay, so next we can use, we can factorize that. So how to do that? So remember this method? Right, I draw a cross first. Cross. Okay, now you are going to fill in 6 number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These two numbers multiplied together will give you x squared. We cannot take x squared times 1, cannot. We have to break this x squared become 2 parts. So it's x times x. Okay, so these two numbers multiplied together, you need to get negative 12. So normally I will just ignore about negative first. I just think about 12. So it can be 6 times 2, 4 times 3, and so on, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I think this one I typed wrongly. It should be x only. Okay. This should be x only. So I have to redo this again. Okay, let me redo this again. So this is x only. Okay, hold on, let me check, see whether I typed correct or not. Okay, correct. Okay, let's do it again. Rearrange all the terms nicely in quadratic equation general form. X squared plus 6 minus x minus 18 is equal to 0. Okay, so x squared minus 6 plus minus x plus 6 minus 18 is equal to 0. So x squared minus x minus 12 is equal to 0. Now we can start to factorize it. X times x is equal to x squared, right? So these two multiplied together will give you 12. Negative 12. Normally I would just ignore about the negative first. I just think about 12. Okay, it can be 3 times 4, 6 times 2, 12 times 1, and so on, right? Okay, so here we have 3 combinations. It can be 1 times 12, 4 times 3, or 6 times 2. So here I would choose 4 times 3. Okay, these two multiplied together, you will get negative 12. One of them must be negative. So normally I will not fill in the sign first. I will not fill positive or negative here. I just do the cross multiplication first. X times 4, 4x. X times 3, 3x. So back here you have to plus. Okay, now try to think. What is the combinations that we need to I need to use here? In order you add up these two terms, you get negative x. You can positive, negative, negative, positive, negative, negative, or positive, positive. In order to get negative x, here I have to put negative, and here I have to put positive, right? Negative 4x plus positive 3x, you get negative x. Okay, then only we go back to here. So if the front here, both of them are positive, it's very easy to determine the sign here. This negative, you just follow negative. This positive, you just follow positive. And make sure here, these two are positive. Because if this is negative, this is negative, right? Negative times negative will actually give you positive. So normally I will encourage students, when the front here, the coefficient of x squared has a negative sign, try to change it become positive. So easier for us to solve it. Okay, so now we double check again. X times x squared. Okay, this one no problem. Negative 4 times positive 3, negative 12. Okay, no problem. These two add up together, you get negative x. Okay, all correct. So the next thing is to write into two parentheses. Now we have x minus 4, x plus 3 is equal to 0. Okay, so we know x minus 4 is equal to 0, or x plus 3 is equal to 0. X is equal to 4, and x is equal to negative 3. So these are the answers for this quadratic equation. Let's go to the last one, part E. Negative 10x squared minus 2x plus 3 equal to 5x minus 9. Okay, what's the first thing that we need to do? We will arrange all the terms nicely, write the quadratic equation in general form. So I will just copy this whole thing first. Bring these two terms over here. Positive become negative, negative become positive, 0. Okay, so now I will arrange all the terms nicely. Negative 2x, here is negative 5x, positive 3, positive 9. Okay, so I try to simplify it. Negative 2, negative 5, you have negative 7x. So positive 3, positive 9, you get 12. Okay, now in front here we have a negative. Still remember just now, I told you that try to make it become positive, so easier for us to do the factorization. If you use your calculator, you have no problem. You can just key in negative number. You will get the answer easily. Okay, so how to change this one? Negative 10 become positive. I just multiply the whole equation by negative 1. So that will become positive. This will become positive as well. And this will become negative. Equal to 0. Okay, so the next thing is to do the factorization. So you feel that this is complicated, you can use a calculator, or if you have time, just try do it manually. So actually it's going to train you, make you practices. Okay, so 10x squared can be 10x times x, it can be 2x times 5x, right? So I just take 2x times 5x. Okay, the negative 12 here, I just think about 12. So it can be 6 times 2, 2 times 6, and so on, right? Okay, here, let's say I try to use 4 times 3. 4 times 3. So I do not put any sign here. Later only I decide which one I should put positive or negative. This is 20x. 5 times 4 you get 20, right? 20x. So 2 times 3 you get 6x. This 2 is plus. Remember, this is multiply, multiply, and plus. These two add up together, you need to get positive 7x. Is that possible? Positive, negative, 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 or negative, positive? I think this is not possible, right? So we know that this combination is actually not correct. So we have to redo it again. So we don't want this part, we don't want this part. Okay, so now let's try 3, 4. 2 times 4, 8x. 5 times 3, you will get 15x, right? Okay, these two add up together. You need to get positive 7x. So I think here I put positive, here I put negative. And the in front here is positive, very easy to determine the sign here. There's positive, you just follow. There's negative, you just follow. Because positive times positive, you get positive. Positive times negative, you get negative. Try to double check again. See this combination correct or not. 2x times 5x, you get 10x squared. Okay, so this is correct. Positive 3 times negative 4, you get negative 12. Okay, correct. This one is plus, not multiply. Okay, so plus 15 plus negative 8x. Okay, here we give you positive 7x, is that correct? Okay. So next thing is write this one inside the parentheses. 2x plus 3. So 2x plus 3. 5x minus 4, right? Okay, so 2x plus 3 is equal to 0, or 5x minus 4 is equal to 0. So this 5x is equal to 4, x is equal to 4 over 5. How about this one? 2x is equal to negative 3, x is equal to negative 3 over 2. So these are two answers for this quadratic equation. So how do we use this calculator? Okay, take out a calculator first. Okay, where is my calculator? Okay, so you do the mode is still here. You just press equal until you see A. So the A here is you can key in this one or this one. Okay, I just use this one. Positive 10 equal. Then B is equal to positive 7. You can just press 7 equal. And C is positive 12. You just press 12 equal and press equal again. Oh, I think I came wrongly. Use that wrongly. Let me check again. Oh, this is a mistake. This is negative 12, but I key in 12 only. So I have to change it. Negative 12. Negative 12. Okay, hopefully no problem. Press equal again. Okay, x1 is equal to 4 over 5. And x2 is equal to negative 3 over 2. Okay, let me write down first. x1 is equal to 4 over 5. x2 is equal to negative 3 over 2, right? Okay, so this is our answer correct. So, but how do we write in two brackets, two parentheses? Easy. You write these two parentheses first and equal 0. Write x. Write x. You see positive, you write negative, you only write 4. The 5 come here. Same thing here. If you see negative, you write positive. Write only 3. 2 come here. Okay, let me check or not. 2x plus 3, okay, correct. 5x minus 4. 5x minus 4. Okay, so correct. So this is the way how we do the factorizations manually and solve it. Also, you can use a calculator to help you to solve this quadratic equation. Okay, see you in the next video. Bye bye.